found this piece of maple the other day, and as you can see, it's just covered with spalting. It's really beautiful. Or I should say, it's got a lot of potential to be beautiful. But it's also got a lot of punkiness going on, which means the wood is soft and starting to rot in places. So I wasn't sure when I brought this home if I was going to be able to chunk it out and make bowls that way, or if I was going to have to cut it up and do some segmented work with it. Either way, there's usable wood in there. I just have to find the outer limits of it, which is what I'm doing here. When you're working with wood that's heavily spalted, you want to wear a mask, because that spalting, I believe, is a type of mold. I made that square chunk of wood round on my bandsaw, just like I normally do, but I failed to record it. I know this looks like bad video because it's shaking, but I wanted to show you how unbalanced wood looks when it's spinning on the lathe. And I had it going at about, I think it was about 800 RPM. And I did slow that down a little bit more to 600, which you'll see in a moment, and it smooths it right out. But I had taken away a good amount of the imbalance. Nice and smooth. So the big thing I notice here is that there's a lot of chips coming off and not shavings. And that means I was getting bad tear out. And I've addressed this in other videos, but this is a really good example of when you see tear out like that and you have the ability to approach it from a different direction, go ahead and give it a try, because you might be surprised. And it has to do with going against the grain and going with the grain, or uphill and downhill with the grain. But this is quite an amazing difference. I mean, it's smooth now. Where it was completely tore out, it's smooth. And that told me everything that I needed to know about this piece of wood. It has potential for bad tear outs, but if you go from the other direction, it's going to be okay. And the punkiness is not all the way through the wood. It seems to be getting better as I get deeper into the wood. All the punky spots that remain are right there at the rim, so I'll take care of those and then move on to shaping the bowl. So this is looking pretty good. You can see all that tear out, but I'm not worried about that. I know how to fix it now. So when I'm removing the bulk of the wood from this bowl, I can approach from any direction I want. I just want to make sure that when I'm making my final passes, I'm going downhill or with the grain and smoothing away that tear out. Some of you have noticed that I've, in the past couple videos, gotten away from the 5-speed video play. I've had a lot of requests to show more real time. So what I'm trying to do here is show most of it in real time and then speed up the longer segments. And even then show those at 2-speed instead of 5-speed. With the exception of some of the prep work. Let me know what you think, please. After sanding and before flipping this bowl over to work on the inside, let's take a look at some of the work my viewers have sent. Daniel Rawlings. Check him out on Instagram. Beautiful. Sandra Smith. Army Combat Medic. These are beautiful. Thank you. Larry Benson, that is one beautiful segmented piece. Semper Fi. And once again, I sand all the way up to 1000 grit and then apply the shine juice. $31,000 and growing. Thank you so much. And if you aren't a subscriber, yet you're still watching, thank you too. But hey, why not click that button? It would help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. I upload quality content almost every Friday, so when you click that subscribe button, don't forget to click the bell too, so you get notified. Thanks again. Semper Fi.